What's going on, guys? My name is Amari.
And I'm Alexis.
And welcome back to the Sophomore Tea. Thank you for everyone who checked out our last episode, Meet the Doctor, something like that. Yeah, so thank you everyone who submitted your submissions. We definitely want to do that again. That was super dope. The doctor, she's Dr. Chima. She's super dope too. So hopefully we can get her back on. This week, we got my good friend, Ian. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
We doing all right.
Pretty good.
We doing chill. We doing chill.
Can't complain.
Well, man, thank you for coming on. You know, tell us about yourself, what you're doing, where you're going, and how you got to be here.
Yeah, for sure. So, my name's Ian. I'm from a little beach town in southeastern Connecticut. I'm a sophomore. I've been a sophomore for a little bit.
We can dive into that afterwards. I know you got a little interesting story, but yeah, introduce yourself, and then we can dive into how that's working.
Let's see. I just changed my major to general studies. I'm on my 7th or 8th major, but again, we'll get into that.
Word, cool. So what did you mean? So what were you before you got to general studies?
So before general studies, I was elementary ed. I was in Alexis's program.
Elementary ed? Really? I would not have guessed that. That's dope.
Yep. I went there from journalism,
Yeah.
Previous schools, business,
Yeah.
Accounting, marketing,
Really?
all that stuff.
So what made you kind of do that shift? I know I've had moments like that where I feel like I needed to shift, and I know a lot of people do. That's why they change. But what made you change so frequently? Just curious.
Yeah. So business was kind of like an overarching thing.
Is that what you
for me?
at?
Yeah, that is. It was marketing first.
Okay. Where?
And then accounting, finance, all that.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of what I wanted to do. And then I transferred here. I said, what I really want to do is be a sports writer. So I switched to journalism when I transferred here. And that didn't work out for whatever reason.
Can I ask where you transferred from?
Yeah. So the first school that I went to straight out of high school was Dean College, little dance school up in Mass.
They went talking about it was a dance school. Okay, cool.
I wasn't a dancer, but most of them were. So
I believe you said you were. Okay, I hear. Cool.
Yeah. So I played football there. That only lasted for a semester.
Yeah.
Variety of reasons.
Yeah. Can I get a timeline on this? I know you said you swapped a couple of times. How did the timelining work? Because we're only here for 4 years, or I don't know how long you've been in here for. But what's the timeline for that stuff?
Yeah. So let's see. I graduated high school. Spring of 2021.
Okay.
I go straight to Dean, fall 21.
Okay.
Do the football season.
Yeah.
That ends. I transfer to Three Rivers Community College in Norwich, Connecticut. I do a semester there. It was really bad.
Yeah. We all got those semesters, man.
Yep. I take a semester off, work full time. That was even worse.
Oh, but yeah.
So I come back. Let's see, it's spring 2023 at this point. I lock in, I do some summer classes, get my GPA all the way up.
Gotcha. And at this time, is this journalism while you're doing that?
At Three Rivers, this is business.
Okay, business though, okay.
And then I transfer here to Central for fall 2023.
Yeah.
That's when I switched to journalism. And that kind of gets us to today.
Gotcha.
A couple programs later.
And then you switched from journalism to what you're in now?
Journalism with a little stop in elementary ed.
Okay.
Little stop.
Okay. What made you get into elementary ed?
So what I really want to do is coach, football, baseball, whatever.
Yeah.
And some of my favorite football coaches, like John Madden, famously, they have elementary education degrees.
Really? I never knew that.
Yeah, Dan Quinn, also the Washington Commanders coach, he has an elementary ed degree.
Okay.
So I was kind of looking at that.
I said,
oh, cool.
I said, that seems like a good path.
Yeah.
And then I switch, I register for my classes, I go and look at my degree evaluation. It says I'm gonna graduate winter 2028.
Damn!
I said, damn! That would be 7 years of undergrad.
Damn!
I don't think I want to do that.
Yeah.
That's very valid.
That's not funny.
Why are you saying he doesn't want to?
It's a little funny.
Damn.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. It's a little funny.
How do you navigate through that mentally? I know that's got to be frustrating, Or how are you taking it?
It hurt. It hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
so I started kind of looking at other options.
Yeah.
I sat down literally with pen and paper and looked at my degree evaluation. I wrote down every single class that I had.
Yeah.
And then I put them in to like DegreeWorks as a school like what if thing. So I put them all into that. And so what am I closest to? Ended up being general studies. So I switched to that.
Yeah.
I get from like 2028 to spring 2026. I said, that sounds good.
Yeah.
I could do it because that would be 5 years of undergrad as opposed to like 7.5.
So I know you transferred from.
Dude, this is like faucet water. I'm sorry. This is so bad. This is so bad this week. Oh, man. They were cooking. All right, go ahead.
I know you transferred from a couple of schools, but what made you want to choose CCSU specifically?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. Yeah, this is the CCSU podcast. We gotta do those kind of
That
questions.
is a good question. That is a good question. Yeah, so my original thought was like, I was pretty locked in on going to Eastern Connecticut. And
That's so deep. Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know
Where is that?
That's like,
it's in Willimantic, which is not really near anything.
yeah, nothing. I have a friend who goes there. Yeah, that's deep.
Yeah. If I had gone there, it probably would have been okay. But
Okay. Do you live near there or no?
not particularly.
Okay.
It's about 45 minutes there. It's about an hour to here from my house, so it's not much of a difference. But I took a tour of Eastern when I was like looking to transfer.
Yeah.
I go, it's okay.
Yeah, there's like 4 people on campus, right? It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
Yeah, I know.
It was the middle of the week in October. I saw like 6 people. So
Hold on, talking down to Eastern right now on the CCSU podcast is crazy. That's great. Okay, but keep going. No, keep that in.
all due respect to Eastern.
Yeah,
of course. So that's where my mom graduated from. So
Gotcha. Okay.
but I'm kind of sitting. I'm like, I think I just want to see Southern and I want to see Central.
Yeah.
Like, just take a tour, see what's up. So I tour Central, and then I go to an open house. I'm like, yeah, this is the spot.
Can I ask when the open house was, when you did it for Central? Or was it for Central you're talking about, or was it Eastern open house?
Yeah, it was the Central open house. That was like March 2023.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I mean, you were probably working that, to be honest.
Yeah, it was crazy. I probably was. Oh my God. Am I old head? Oh
Yeah,
God.
you are.
Okay, yeah, no, I was just curious because I don't think I had an open house when I did it because like the whole COVID thing.
I didn't either.
Yes, you did. What
I
are
didn't
you
have an
talking
open
about?
house.
You had an open house last year. Anyways,
didn't have an
okay,
open house.
yeah, okay, cool. So I see you do like camera stuff all the time. Can you talk about that? I know you're doing the general studies stuff, but how is that working into what you're doing now?
Yeah, so
You do a lot, by the way. I see you with the OI. You're doing the RA stuff. You're definitely like not saying everything, but I want to dive into the camera stuff that you've been doing. I'm interested in that.
yeah, I did that. I started doing that a little bit in high school. I took journalism and I worked for my high school's newspaper. And like I said, I was a journalism major when I got here.
Gotcha.
So I was writing sports for the Recorder, the newspaper here. And I said, I'm on the field, I have a camera, I might as well just take my own pictures for this article instead of pulling them off some website. So I started doing that. And like, this is actually more fun than the writing.
Yeah.
So I kind of lock in on that a little bit. As it stands today, I'm the sports and photo editor for our newspaper.
Yeah.
But even beyond that, I work with the Division I varsity teams here. Do a little marketing for their social medias. Recently, I did a volleyball practice. I did men's and women's basketball over the summer.
Yeah.
And just last night was a men's soccer game I was at.
And you're doing stuff there for it too? Mm-hmm. Are you gonna drink this?
I think I am.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is not enough. We need like taller, larger teacups.
Like a gallon of water.
Yeah, literally, like one of those like faucet things that I can kind of just, like one of those. I'm sorry. So cool. So we don't get too many transfers on here, and we don't really get that side of it. What kind of like mindset do you think that you have that differs from, you know, just a regular student that comes here for the 4 years?
I feel like I just wanted more.
Gotcha.
Like I said, I took that semester off. I worked full time, and it was like some of the worst months of my entire life.
Yeah.
To be completely honest.
No, I hear you.
So I have, I think, a different kind of appreciation for what it means to be a college graduate.
Yeah.
That a lot of sophomores don't really have, because you know, traditional sophomore, you're like 19, turning 20 years old for the most part.
Yeah.
You're kind of just like, you're not a freshman anymore. It's not really new, but you're still a couple of years away from graduation.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of sophomores don't really have that, like that drive that they had as a freshman, or that they will have as a senior.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that I definitely do have, because that college degree, when I graduate, is going to mean so much more because of all the work I put in, than if I had just, you know, gone straight through.
Yeah.
Not that it wouldn't mean anything, you know, work is work. But
No, I hear you. And from someone who has transferred so much and has changed so much, do you think it was worth it, or do you think that it can work? Because I know that's a big thing to do, you know, especially when you're going to something that isn't really necessarily related to what you're doing. Do you think, or like, what's your thought process? Do you think people should, you know, if you feel like you should do it, or what do you think?
I don't think it's as big of a deal as some people make it out to be. You know, like, to use college football as an example, guys are transferring all the time now. I'm not a college football player anymore, but I kind of treated it like I was hitting the transfer portal. Yeah. Kind of, you know, like shopping around, sending emails to different schools' admissions and all that. But it really was just like, it was a big change for sure, going Dean to Three Rivers, and then Three Rivers to here. Even if I had skipped community college, Dean to here, that's a difference of like 10,000 students on campus. But for me, it was, I don't know, like, I knew that a change had to be made. So it was kind of more of a matter of, should I just change like my major, or should I change campuses? Should I change schools? Like,
I hear you. Yeah, and what made you want to get involved so much? Like I said before.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, see, I locked down. Like, you know, you said you did.
I mean, I was thinking, like, with all the trials that you had, you could have just came here and been like, you know what, I'm done. I need to get my degree and I'm out. But you became an OL, you became an RA, you're the editor, photo editor. Like, you got a lot going on. Why did you do that?
It's super important to do that stuff too. Like, the college isn't just about just showing up. You know, there's so many things, and plus you're paying all this money. Like, yo, take every single thing that you can from this. Like, get involved. But how did you? You know, you're going through all this stuff. I wouldn't even, like, mentally, I'd be like, hell no, I'm not trying to do none of this stuff. What made you want to go and get out and do things and get involved on campus?
It was really because of Three Rivers. And again, no shade to community college at all.
No.
I learned some
If I
valuable.
could go back, man, I'd do a swift year.
Yeah,
me God.
me too.
I learned a lot, so I had some really valuable life lessons and all that.
Yeah.
But it was like almost impossible for like me personally to get involved at a community college when I live like 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
And I'm only on campus like twice a week. I like really just got my classes, then I'm going home. Or going to work or whatever it is. And I didn't like not feeling connected to my campus.
That's real, man. I feel that. That's how I felt. I commuted a year, and that's how I felt the entire time.
Yeah. Like even at four-year universities, I feel like if you're not involved, if you're not doing as much as, I don't want to say as much as you possibly can do, because you still got to focus on like classes and mental health and all that.
Yeah.
But for me, my mental health is getting involved. Like that's how I take care of myself. Yeah. Is by feeling connected and feeling involved. And I didn't feel that way at all at Three Rivers, and it it took a toll on my classes. It took a toll on me mentally. So
Yeah, that's such a real thing. Like I said, I felt the same way, and I know you're an RA now, so you probably can feel it even more. Like once I became an RA, and I know you did the OL thing, like just the experience and just the quality of it, it raises it like tenfold, and stuff like that. Not only does it raise up like your mental, but like your productivity as a whole as well. I'm gonna take this.
Go on.
Okay, appreciate it.
No, yeah, that's valid. So let's dive into each one. How did you feel about orientation? Now that the season's coming up.
There was a year where I thought about it, but they're just jumpy all the time.
This is how you welcome new students. You want
No, it's cool. It's cool though. So I hear it. Yeah.
well, I think that's the thing about orientation is that like you think about an orientation leader in your head. You're like loud, jumpy, Alexis.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
But I feel like I'm almost the exact opposite of Alexis or like I don't know if you know like Monty.
I do want to say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that.
Monty is orientation leader. But I feel like when you're welcoming new students, it's really important to have kind of a contrast because not all the students are going to vibe with that like loud, excited kind of thing. You know, maybe they're scared to stay overnight for the first time or whatever it is. I feel like I personally really brought that kind of like calm. Everything's gonna be totally okay. Like you made the right decision. I feel like that's the kind of vibe I brought to that team. And it was overall a really good experience.
Yeah.
I'm definitely glad I did it.
Hey, are you gonna go back to it?
I'm not.
As an RA? No. We'll dive into the RA portion, but
You can.
Are you? Are you?
Am I? No.
Ah, there you go. That truth has come out. So what made you transfer and transition into the RA position? Because it's kind of similar, but it's also kind of different at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the main difference is that the RA position just fits my personality better.
Yeah.
Also, it pays the bills a
I'm
little
about
better.
to say that free housing.
Not that orientation was paying bad, but I mean, there's a little bit of a difference.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm not more equipped, but I can better handle a situation within a res hall than I can, you know, like at a 2-day orientation session.
Yeah.
When I have, like, you know, a resident lives there, I know who they are, they're gonna know who I am. I feel like there's more, it can get more personal. Not that I don't still see my my Group Q alumni all over campus.
Yeah.
But you know, it's hard when you only spend 2 days together to really feel that connection with every single one of them, especially because my School of Education groups, and Alexis knows, our groups were like 30, 35 students sometimes.
That's a lot or a little?
It's a lot.
Oh, okay.
It was a lot, as opposed to like, I don't know, like School of Engineering maybe had
I got like 8 in my class. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, like 10 to 15 in a group maybe.
Gotcha.
So I found it really hard to make that connection in such a short amount of time with all 30 of them.
Yeah.
Versus as an RA, I have 24 residents and I have all year.
Yeah.
So I can really make more of a personal connection, which is something I value.
Do you feel the difference that now that you're so like getting involved is one thing, but then there's living on campus. How do you think that kind of adds to it as well? Into that mental aspect of it, you know, because yeah, you can get involved, but you can also get involved and not live here. Do you think living here even adds to that experience at all?
Yeah, for sure. I lived here. I wasn't an RA last year. I lived in mid-campus.
Yeah. And at the other colleges, you didn't live there either? Or is it just a drive?
I did live on campus at Dean, but Three Rivers is a commuter.
Okay, yeah.
Which, like I said, was part of my issue with it, was that I just was never really on campus.
Yeah.
But here, I'm on campus all the time.
Yeah.
I go home like maybe once every other week. to do some free laundry.
No. Dude, don't make me start a laundry situation.
Oh Lord.
Jesus.
But like if I was living at home, I probably wouldn't be like going to the games and all that.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't be like with the newspaper. I haven't missed a home game for any sport here since, I don't know, last November.
Yeah, they're fun. Have you been to the game?
I'm trying to go to more.
Oh, but you have gone to them?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're not like a crazy huge school, but just like the community is kind of nice, especially like in our student section.
Yeah.
Just seeing people that you see all the time. Just
that basketball student section, like they're jumping.
Yeah, no, it's a cool experience. So yeah, definitely getting out to those games are definitely, even if you're not into sports, just kind of the environment is nice to be around.
Yeah, it really just like sitting in that gym, you know, I'll always say like men's basketball, first round of the conference tournament last year, the gym was packed. Every bucket was met with
I was there. Yeah, no, it definitely is a crazy experience, especially for those bigger games.
Yeah.
But then we freaking lost, bro. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, then we lost.
This is the year though.
I don't know. Well, of course they're gonna do it when I leave.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm done in December. Damn.
So I know in orientation you gave a really cool presentation about getting involved in the first step. So for the sophomores who are struggling, what is your first step or things that they can do to get involved?
Email literally anybody, to be honest. Email me, like.
So when you say email you, I mean not email you, but like email club advisors, email advisors, like your regular school advisors. So what do you mean by emails?
Yeah, email. I think the number one tip I gave at orientation was begin within your major.
No.
So like I used like psych has like psych club. There's a social work club. Nursing has their I don't know what it's called, but like nursing.
Yeah, there are a ton of different clubs.
Yeah.
You go to Club Central, literally just refresh it, and you'll see hundreds of different clubs. So
Yeah. Like I was journalism, so I started with the newspaper. I feel like that's the most like logical way to go about it. And it gets you involved with people that you're gonna have classes with, and like professors probably. Not probably, definitely.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I was the same way. Like I was going through it. Like when I was in engineering, or I'm still in engineering. I was in these small classes, but I didn't really get to know anyone in there, and it just kind of made school really feel like it was dragging on. But like it was like last year when I just started talking to a dude, and that dude connected me to other people who were in the major. It was just easier to kind of just get through it all, like even as like homework wise, connection as to like internship wise, like where I'm at now is I only got it because of the people that I was talking to in my major. Yeah. So definitely connections in your major is super key. So I'm glad you brought that one up.
Yeah. Let's see, I would say once you're involved in your major, I know not all majors have like a minor requirement, but find something that you're interested in that's not major related. Because like burnout is a huge thing. I've felt it even here sometimes.
Yeah.
You want to do something that like fulfills you, but is like outside of your area of study, so that you can kind of be, I guess, more versatile, have like develop more skills.
Yeah, I like that. I've actually never heard anyone say that. Usually when the minor that I have, it's in math, so I kind of dread it, I'm not gonna lie, but to say, have a minor in something, that doesn't directly go into your major, I never even thought of something like that, because that definitely can enrich your experience as a whole too. Wow, that's great.
Yeah, like as a journalism major, my minor was psych.
Oh, okay.
Because that's just something I was like kind of interested in.
Yeah.
So.
Are you doing a minor right now?
Yeah. So the general studies program doesn't require a minor, but I'm like a class away from the journalism minor. So, and then I have to take a bunch of free electives. So I said might as well just put those into psych.
So right now you're doing the journalism minor along with the general studies?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're just banging on two birds, one stone.
Yeah. Exactly.
Perfect. Hey, man. Sure. Well, thank you for coming on, man. We had a great conversation. I'm glad we got to touch on that stuff. the transfer student stuff, we don't get too many on here, so it's definitely great to see your perspectives on things. And hey, man, I appreciate it. You want to do the outro? Yeah. This is your part. This is your thing.
Crap, how does it go?
Oh my gosh. Thank you guys for coming, checking us out. Thank you, Ian, again. My name is Amari.
I'm Alexis.
And we will catch you next week.
Peace.